Ever heard of a collector's item that's not just ancient but quite literally from outer space? Well, buckle up folks, because we're heading to Egypt circa 1920s. This was the time when scientists, perhaps inspired by horror movie cliches, thought digging up graves and borrowing things from mummies in the name of science sounds like a great idea. Today, we're discussing the infamous King Tutankhamun, the boy king with a cursed tomb and a seriously interstellar blade. The mysterious weapon in question? A 34cm long dagger with a decorative gold handle sporting a snazzy crystal knob. Its sheath was gold and its blade appeared to be iron. Now, in the Bronze Age, iron was more treasured than your average influencer's golden bathtub. It was the true bling of his time. Rumor had it, this dagger and a few other iron objects in ancient Egypt might have been created from meteorites, the original star metal. After all, ancient Egyptian hieroglyphics do mention metal from the sky, and they're probably not talking about UFOs. Now, you might be wondering, why didn't scientists confirm this earlier? Well, apparently the rule of thumb in archaeology is no destroying priceless artifacts for tests, especially if they're from a potentially cursed tomb. Fear not, for technology came to the rescue. The cavalry arrived in the form of a new non-destructive technique called X-ray fluorescence, or XRF spectroscopy. Basically, imagine being held at the dentist office, but instead of inspecting your cavities, we're checking out a blade's space credentials. And lo and behold, the tests show that the blade was made of iron, nickel, and cobalt, closely resembling a meteorite found some 150 miles west of Alexandria. So King Tut was basically the original Star-Lord, rocking a weapon forged from celestial iron. The authors of the report revealed the ancient Egyptians, ahead of their Mediterranean peers, were catching falling stars from as early as the 13th century BCE, beating Western cultures by more than 2 millennia. Now, let's revisit that curse, because who doesn't love a good horror tale? George Herbert, the sponsor of the excavation, succumbed to an infected mosquito bite just a year after the discovery. Then, a member of the team suffered arsenic poisoning. A radiologist who x-rayed King Tut fell mysteriously ill. The list goes on and on, with the death toll around 10. So who are you gonna call? Curse-busters? Look, I'm not pointing fingers here, but when your team drops faster than extras in a horror flick, it might be time to consider if you got a mummy issue. Just a wild guess. Now, call me superstitious, but when it comes to poking around the tombs of the departed, I say it's best to just leave well enough alone. Otherwise, you might just be the next to get a taste of the Pharaoh's curse. Remember folks, mummies have feelings too, especially when they're clutching ancient cosmic cutlery. So until next time, please remember to respect the dead and don't steal their stuff, and if you find a dagger that might be from space, maybe just let it be, because nothing says bad day like a cursed out of this world blade. So until our paths cross again in another tantalizing tale of history, mystery, and a touch of comedy, until next time, and as always, stay curious.